as the country, the economy opens up in the midst of rapidly rising COVID-19 numbers, the KZN local government will inspect operations at King Shaka International Airport. Now, the airport north of Durban resumed operations last month under lockdown level 3 of the regulations. Already, cases of coronavirus have been reported at the airport's satellite police station.
That's right. So our reporter in KZN, Karinda Jagmohan, is on the story. She joins us now live from the airport itself. Karinda, I wonder if we can start perhaps with you painting a picture for us and giving us a sense of how this inspection is getting underway.
Indeed, well, good morning to you. I'm standing outside the area where passengers who are coming into the airport will be screened. Just nearby us, there are airport officials that are having their documents checked, and they have to go down this line where they'll be further screened, of course, to ensure that they do not have any symptoms of the flu, that they're not coughing. You can see there their documents being checked, many of them as well having protective gear with them. So we're just going to walk past this line, and I'm going to also show you here where people are being screened as well, their temperatures checked. This is very important, as those who have high temperatures or have any symptoms of COVID-19, as we know, will not be allowed into this terminal in order to protect the rest of the passengers. So we're just going to walk through the entrance. Now, King Shaka Airport, just to give you a bit of background, opened in 2010, and this just before the start of the World Cup. As a result, this airport gave rise to many economic opportunities in this area north of Durban. You can see just around me, for example, these stores that we generally see in airports gave rise to employment in this area. The Dubai Trade Port, an industrial area just nearby the airport, gave rise as well to employment, and as a result, housing development projects were built around the airport to sustain residents here. That is why the opening or the operations resuming in this airport is extremely important, because again now families and breadwinners have job opportunities as this industry opens. Now the inspection is getting underway. In fact, just towards the end of the airport, various MECs from KZN departments have gathered. They're being addressed by the Tikwini mayor currently, just discussing the state of readiness of the airport. AXA officials will also be speaking or addressing the local government about the state of the airport. This just to ensure that all regulations are in place. You must remember, only domestic flights are allowed. You can see here, these are the flights that are going out today from King Shaka International Airport to Joburg, Cape Town as well. And this is where the flights, or rather the passengers, will return from those areas. And this is very different from what we usually see at the King Shaka International Airport. It's the biggest in KwaZulu-Natal. It's the international airport that we have here. So before we saw the new normal, this airport in this area would be bustling, a hype of activity, these shops open as well. But of course, regulations have seen a major change, and thus this airport is much quieter. Later on, we're actually going to be going on a walkabout to the terminals to see how regulations are in place. Of course, it's extremely important for sanitizing measures. Passengers as well have been requested to bring through their own sanitizers and arrive here at least 2 hours before their flight. It's quite early in the morning, so we're not seeing long lines, but generally these screening processes take very long. We as media as well had to go through an intense screening process to ensure that we are safe and the people around us are safe as we come into this building.
Yeah, Karinda, it's quite eerie, isn't it, to be at the airport in South Africa, and we know that King Shaka is generally very, very busy, just like Tambo International is. I wonder how those conversations today will differ, given the new information around the fact that the coronavirus, the transmission might even be airborne.
It is indeed. In fact, take a walk with me and just see how quiet and eerie this airport is. Like I said before, this would usually be bustling, hype of activity. The sweet shop, for example, open with children coming in. But now those who are leaving passengers can't come into the airport themselves. And we saw, scenes outside where people are waving from a distance to those who are leaving or going into this airport to leave to other provinces. And like you're saying, yes, the World Health Organization has said that coronavirus could be airborne. And we do know that places of transit are hotbed for the virus to spread. So, for example, the seating areas. You can already see stickers saying, please maintain physical distance. This is because they're ensuring that, of course, social distancing regulations, but just seeing how the virus could be spreading through the air or via surfaces, and they're trying to mitigate the risk factors, which is this. I also want to show you there are separate entrances for the passengers coming in and for staff. This is the entrance for staff coming through. They have to fill their own set of forms, and they have to be screened as well by the airport personnel. You can see they're coming through here as well. From the morning, we had to actually enter through this and fill out a set of questions as well as our details because of the importance of contact tracing. I do want to tell you that we did see cases of COVID-19 at this airport. In fact, the airport satellite police station saw at least 15 cases of COVID-19. Sadly, one police officer passed away. This was last month, just as the airport was opening. And you can see behind me here as well, this is where the media briefing is taking place, where various MECs have gathered to hear about the state of readiness. And why we have so much representative here is because this is a major tool in Durban as well in terms of the economy. The airport, like I said earlier, gives rise to many job opportunities. And as well, of course, this is a gateway for many people to go to other provinces in terms of business. So you can see here, the media briefing is getting underway. Our MEC for Economic Development is currently addressing the MECs here now.